Hi guys, Mark here with Walter's World, and we're in Chicago, Illinois. We got the bean behind us right there, and today we're going to talk about is the top 10 cities that you should visit when you come to the U.S. Now the thing is, I'm not going to be talking about Orlando like Disney World kind of stuff, because come on, that's not really Americana. That's not seeing U.S. cities. That's going to Orlando and seeing Disney and Universal, which are cool and all, but we're not focusing on that. We're focusing on cities. Cities you can go to really understand American culture and really get a good feel of the U.S., okay? Now the first city on our list is here in Chicago, the home of the skyscrapers. You can see a few behind me. Those are the small ones, okay? The city is actually amazing. It has a lot of money here, so throughout its history, so there's a lot of really great museums. The Art Institute of Chicago, the Field Museum for, if you like, natural history. They got the Museum of Science and Industry, all kinds of great stuff like that. There's amazing architecture. Like I said, it's the birthplace of the skyscraper, and you can go around, take a great boat tour to see all the architecture here. Fun times. And if you want fun, coming to Chicago in the summer, going to a Cubs game at Wrigley Field, one of the oldest stadiums in the United States, and just partying it up there and having a great time. I mean, the city is just chock full of things to do. You got the tallest building in the United States, the Sears Tower, now called the Willis Tower, whatever. You can go drink on top of the Hancock. There's all kinds of really cool stuff to do in the city, so that's number one on our list. Number two on our list is New York. New York, obviously the coolest city in America. And the thing is New York, you don't really get the Americana feel of it because it's such an international city. You know, awesome Chinatown, you got Little Italy, you got all kinds of great stuff there, amazing food, amazing museums. The Met is probably one of the top 3 art museums in the world, with the Louvre and the Prada. For me, those are the top 3 in the world. Okay, there's amazing museums there, lots of cultural stuff going on. You can go to the Statue of Liberty and go up and have the views and stuff like that, with Ellis Island, and seeing the history of the immigrants in the U.S. to show this melting pot of the U.S. that's here. You can go down and see, you know, there's more somber stuff there. You can go see where the World Trade Center was and see the memorials there and where they're building all those stuff there. I mean, and of course there's the skyscrapers. The Chrysler Building is fantastic. Going up to the observation deck at the Empire State Building is a definite must when you're there. Going to Central Park and just chilling out there. I mean, there's so much great stuff to do in New York that I mean, we have lists for that just by itself. Obviously all these towns have their own videos and all kinds of stuff, but New York is just amazing. Go see a show on Broadway. I mean, it's just a really amazing town to go to. So that's number 2 on our list. Number 3 on our list is Boston, Massachusetts, one of the birthplaces of this nation. And Philadelphia is another one, but for me, Boston is one of the best towns to see in the U.S. You have what's called the Freedom Trail. And basically it's like a 2.5 mile, 4-kilometer walk, and you go to like 16 historic sites. You're like, oh wait, I read about this in my history books. Oh, I read about that in my history books. I mean, it is pretty cool because you see all these things that you've read about and heard about. It's all right there in Boston. You got Boston Commons, you got, you know, the great parks that are there, all kinds of great stuff in Boston. You can go out to the Harbor Islands, which is really kind of a cool trip to do. Take the boat over there to see those things. You got the Old North Church, which kind of goes into the where the light, you know, Wanted by Land2FIC. You know, you have that there. You have, if you like, you know, JFK, Kennedy, the president, his museum and library is there. I mean, there's all kinds of fantastic stuff to do there. The Museum of Fine Arts. I mean, you're gonna see all these have like great art museums. The Met, Museum of Fine Art Institute of Chicago, all these kind of things. But you know, Boston, really cool place. It's kind of like an old world feel for the U.S., so it has a different vibe to it, so that's really cool. The 4th place you want to go, the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., with all the monuments there, the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial. You have all kinds of fantastic, you know, government monuments that are there. Also the museums, the Smithsonian Institute, with all of their museums there. You want to see, you know, the Wright brothers' real plane, and you want to see, you know, all these famous things. You want to see Indiana Jones' whip and hat and fedora. Hey, you know, they have museums for all that stuff. So any of the Smithsonian museums are going to be fantastic to check out. If you want to go eating, go check out Georgetown there. There's great restaurants there. Also, DC has the best public transport, like subway, in the U.S. So, you know, hey, you can always just ride the subway. But there's a lot of really cool stuff to see there. I mean, you can go to the White House, see a tour where the president lives and all kinds of stuff. Congress and the Capitol building, all kinds of fantastic things. Number 5 on our list is Charleston, South Carolina. Now, this is one of the smaller towns on our list, but for me, I want to make sure you guys got a city that really represents the South. And if you go to Charleston, you really will get that. You head down to the Battery and you see the old, you know, kind of old homes, the fantastic architecture down there, the oak trees that are there. You really feel like you're back in the South. You feel like you're 200 years in the past. Cobblestone streets to go to the old city market there, you know, to go get some food and stuff like that. It is really a cool place to check out. And if you want something a little more modern there, their aquarium is actually one of the best in the U.S. for me. I've really enjoyed that. My kids and I have gone there a few times, and we really like that. Number 6 on our list, we're heading down south. We're heading down to Florida, Miami, Florida. Miami, hey, you go there, you want to feel bad about yourself, like you don't work out enough, you're going to feel that way in Miami because people out there are beautiful. You go to South Beach, you're like, man, I could work out for 10 years and I never look anywhere near that good. It's okay. It's Miami. You go there to enjoy it. Beautiful beaches, you know, South Beach. There's a reason why all these sports people want to go live there because it's beautiful there. You go there, there's the Art Deco architecture. That is so cool. There's all kinds of great stuff to do in Miami. Go to Little Havana and eat there. I mean, there's all kinds of cool stuff. It's got a definitely different vibe than other parts of the U.S. That's why it's on our list. Number 6, Miami, Florida. Number 7, we have New Orleans, Louisiana, the home of Mardi Gras. Hey, show me your, give me the beads. You know, you head to the French Quarter down there, and you do have this slight European feel when you're going there with the wrought iron gates and stuff like that, the architecture, all kinds of stuff. But New Orleans itself is a pretty fascinating city. I mean, it got wiped out at Katrina, the hurricane, but they've come back very strong. I mean, you got to go there in the French Quarter to see the churches, see the buildings, of course, have some drinks. You got to drink a hurricane when you're there. That's where it's from. You know, go to the voodoo museums that are there, take a riverboat cruise on the Mississippi, see the forts, all kinds of stuff. But New Orleans, for me, you're looking for a fun town in the U.S. Las Vegas is a party town, and so is New Orleans. Those are 2 best party towns, okay? Now, number 8 on our list. This one was a tough one for me because I was looking at Texas, and Texas has got some great cities. Austin is fantastic. Houston, you know, Dallas got all kinds of stuff going on. But for me, the best city in Texas is San Antonio. You got the Alamo there. You've got the River Walk going through. You got to go to the ice houses and drink beer at night outside. It's really cool. You know, there's like puffy tacos. I mean, it's really great town. It's not super big either, but it's really affordable. Nice people, great food, nice sights to see, and that's why it's for me. I mean, there's other cool cities in Texas, but for me, San Antonio is the best. That's kind of like that little secret town on my list of the top 10 right there. Now, moving on, number 9, San Francisco with the Golden Gate Bridge. You gotta go see the bridge. You gotta check out the bay. In the bay, you've got The Rock, Alcatraz, the most famous prison in America where Al Capone was and all kinds of stuff. Take a tour of that. That's really great. Also, you want to go to Lombard Street. You know, when you see the commercials for San Francisco, they have that like street that goes like this down the hill. That's it right there. You got to check that out. And then you have Ghirardelli Square, you have Fisherman's Wharf, you have Pier 39. You've got all like the stereotypical San Francisco scene there, which is really cool. And the city is fantastic. I mean, they've done a really good job of preserving the history of the city while letting the tech boom happen and stuff like that. Chinatown there is fantastic. I mean, the city itself, just taking it all in, and the atmosphere there, it's a completely different feel than anywhere else in the U.S. But it is really, really an amazing place to go. And number 10 on our list, we have Los Angeles, California. Now, I'll admit, I'm not a huge fan of LA because it is like a cement gridlock monster there, but I can't deny that there's a lot of cool stuff to do and see when you're there. If you got the kids, you go out to the La Brea tar pits where you don't see the mammoths where they sank in and all kinds of stuff. You know, if you want to see the Hollywood sign, which you have to do, you have to get the picture when you go there, you know, to check that out. You know, going down Rodeo Drive and Sunset Strip, seeing all the actors, seeing all the famous people, you know, these kind of things. It is really cool. You know, you got to take the cheesy tour of the stars' homes kind of stuff. It's like, oh yes, that's where that, you know, background actor what lived. Okay, whatever. I mean, it's kind of cool to check out, doing all these things, going to the Walk of Fame, seeing the stars where they put their hands down, their feet in there, you know, the theater there. I mean, it's just all kinds of really cool stuff. And if you don't want to do the movie stuff, there is the Getty Center, which is a fantastic art museum. It's one of the best in the U.S. You really should check out. It is huge. I mean, plan for a whole day there, because if you go like after lunch, you're going to run out of time. So go do that first thing in the morning and see what else is there. And if you want some fun stuff, obviously, you know, I said we wouldn't talk about Orlando, but we can say, oh, well, Disneyland's right there. But also you can go to Universal Studios or Warner Brothers Studios. Now, these aren't like number one's the best, two's the best, second best. They're all great cities. And the thing is, when you come to the U.S., guys, you can't go see everything. Pick a region, and we have videos on the top 10 places in the South, top 10 places in the Midwest, Northeast, West Coast, these kind of things. Pick a region and go there, because there's a lot of amazing cities. Portland, Oregon is super cool. San Diego, probably the perfect city in America. You know, you're going around. Minneapolis, Minnesota, just don't go there in the winter because you'll freeze to death. The summer is fantastic. There's all kinds of great places to see in the U.S. And there's a lot of small towns, whether it's Savannah, Georgia, or Natchez, Mississippi. There's all kinds of fabulous stuff to see in the U.S.
Learn about America at www.walterdoo.com.